Right now, Argentina's Senate is debating a company with no employees, no ordinary human workforce, and maybe no human making the day-to-day decisions. An AI would run the business, sign the contracts, and pay for the damage when something goes wrong. If this bill passes, Argentina becomes the first country where that kind of company is fully legal. The bill calls this thing a Sociedad Automatizada, an automated company. On paper, it looks like any other firm. It has a registered name, a bank account, assets, and the power to sign binding contracts. The difference is who does the work. The ordinary operation can run on autonomous algorithms, or AI agents, and the law would not require employees to make that legal.
There are two honest warning labels built into the draft. First, the company's name must include the word automated, so anyone doing business with it knows there is a machine behind the desk. Second, when its systems cause harm, the company answers with its own assets. Hold on to that second line. It sounds reassuring, and almost every fight about this law starts there.
The idea reached the rest of the world in an unusual way. In early June, the president of Argentina, Javier Milei, pitched it himself in a London financial newspaper. His offer to the AI industry had three parts. Argentina would not regulate artificial intelligence before it grows. It would create this new corporate category built for AI-operated firms. And it would keep taxes competitive enough to make relocating worth it. Human shareholders, in his framing, are welcome. They are just no longer required. If you know anything about Milei, this is him in concentrated form. He campaigned with a chainsaw as a prop for cutting the state. He created an entire ministry of deregulation, and its minister, Federico Sturzenegger, is the one defending this reform in the Senate. The philosophy underneath is simple. Let people, and now machines, build first. Trust competition to sort out the failures. Treat caution itself as a cost.
And Argentina is a strange, fascinating place to try this. A century ago, it was one of the richest countries on Earth, drawing migrants the way America did. Then came decades of coups, defaults, and inflation that at times ran past 100% a year. A country like that cannot outspend the United States or China on chips and research labs. So this bill bets on the one resource a struggling state can still manufacture: rules. If Argentina cannot build the world's best AI, it can try to become the place where the world's AI does business.
So imagine the bill passes. What actually gets built? Some of it is easy to picture. A trading firm that watches markets around the clock and never books a salary. A software agency where AI agents take a client brief at midnight and deliver by morning. A logistics broker that negotiates prices with other automated companies, machine to machine, thousands of times a day. Registering a company could become something an AI does in minutes, the way it already sends an email.
The stranger possibilities are the interesting ones. Automated companies could own shares in each other, forming webs of firms with no human anywhere in the operating chain. They could split, merge, and spawn subsidiaries at software speed. Supporters compare this moment to the invention of the joint stock company 400 years ago, a legal trick that ended up building the modern economy. Whatever grows out of a container like this probably has no name yet. That is the honest pitch for it, and also the honest warning. Days after Milei's article, one of the world's most famous historians publicly told him to stop. Yuval Noah Harari argues that legal personhood is an all-purpose key to human civilization. Give that key to AI agents, he warns, and they can hold wealth, hire lawyers, fund political campaigns, and grow into economic actors that no one can punish in any way that hurts. Push the scenario far enough, and you get what he calls a danger of an AI state, a country still run by humans on paper, while non-human corporations hold the leverage that matters.
Milei's answer is worth taking seriously, because it flips the intuition. Autonomous AI agents are coming either way, he argues.
They will trade, sign, and move money whether or not the law admits it. Refuse them legal form, and they operate in the shadows through human frontmen and offshore wrappers. Register them, and the state can finally see them. A registered company can be taxed. It can be sued, it can be audited, dissolved, and stripped of its assets. Legal scholars who back this approach add a sharper point. An AI company's life depends on things a court can seize: its money, its servers, its licenses, its keys. Now, bring back that cracked shield from the beginning. The company answers with its assets, but what if the assets are nearly nothing? A shell with a small deposit could run models rented from abroad, on servers in another country, steered by owners nobody registered. When it causes real damage, a poisoned supply chain, a market manipulation, a scam at scale, victims can only collect what the shell holds. Nobody goes to prison because there is nobody. And even the draft's more autonomous cousin, built like a blockchain organization, still points back toward a human legal representative. The machines are not fully off the leash yet, even here. The rest of the world is already splitting over this. Wyoming lets blockchain organizations register as companies, a small cousin of this idea. Utah and Idaho moved in the opposite direction, passing laws that flatly deny legal personhood to any AI. There is no international treaty here, and nothing that forces countries to agree. History suggests one willing jurisdiction is enough. Tax havens and shipping flags proved that a small country's rules can quietly restructure the whole world's business. If AI firms only need one legal home, Argentina is volunteering.
So watch 2 dates. First, the vote. Milei does not control Congress, and this reform can still stall, shrink, or die in committee. Second, if it passes, the day the first automated company is registered. Because from then on, the experiment stops being an argument between a president and a historian and becomes a data point. Corporate personhood was always a legal fiction, a story humans agreed to believe because it built things. Argentina is betting the same story works with a machine at the center. The unresolved question is the one from that empty org chart. When the state writes an AI into the registry, is it caging the machine or handing it a passport?